Hey guys, and today I'm going to show you how to look at yarn and know the sizes and all of the information to read a yarn label. So that's what we're going to do first, and then we're also going to look at hooks as well. But let's look at this yarn label. So this is I Love This Yarn from Hobby Lobby. That's usually what I use, so that's the label we're going to go off of. And all of these labels are around about the same. Most of them do come with free patterns included, so if you take the label off on the inside of it, there should be a free pattern. Most of them do come with one. So let's look at this area of it. This is where you're going to see the lot number, and you're also going to see the color number and the name of the color that you're using, so that helps know what you're using to get more. And then here you see the size of the yarn, how much it weighs, and then how long it is in yards and meters and all that. Over here is your sizes. You got your knitting, US size 8, 5mm knitting needles. And it goes off, this is kind of telling you the gauge, 4x4 is what that is saying, that you should get 18 stitches in 23 rounds in a 4x4 square with that needle. Then you've got crochet, US I9 5.5mm hook for this yarn. This is also your gauge by 4x4 square, 12 stitches, 15 rounds. And that's what it's telling you it should be. You've also got what type of yarn this is. This one's 100% acrylic, and your weight with all the symbols telling you what you can and can't do with this yarn. So the most important things with this label is your sizing and all of that. So down here it also has it written out. So you've got your US 5mm knitting needles. This is a USA size 8, UK size 6. Then use a 5.5mm crochet hook, USA size 9, UK size 5. So it actually writes it out for you as well. So the most important things is your size, hook size, and what kind of yarn it is. So you want to know what hook to use with this yarn, what type of yarn it is, and the weight of the yarn. So this one's a medium worsted weight 4. So that's the most important things about the yarn label to know. And then, of course, with your yarn labels comes your hooks, of course. Those are some of the most important. So I've got a whole group of hooks here, different sizes, different styles, and I'm going to go over them for you. So we're going to start with a whole handful. This is the basic hooks that you can find at Hobby Lobby. You can find them at Walmart. So these are just basic metal hooks. And there's nothing special about them. These are just your basic like starter hooks. This is what I started with. These are probably your cheapest style hooks. And they all say the size on them. Like this one is a 2.25mm size B hook. So it's one of the smaller ones. So this is where they're all going to have the sizes at. You can see it's one of the smaller ones. Then we've got, this one's a 5mm hook, size H or 8. Then we have a 4.25. We also have a 3.5mm. And we've got a 5mm. The ones I use the most are usually 5 and 5.5. Typically, those are what I use. Let's see, we also have a 3.75mm hook. So these are the smaller end ones. And we've got a 9mm. These are one of the bigger ones. I don't use as often, but I do use them more than the smaller ones. And a 10mm hook, or a size N. And I've also got an unopened 4mm hook as well. I haven't opened that one yet. I have it for a project, but I haven't done the project yet. But those are just your basic hooks. Like I said, you can get them in a starter pack at Walmart. I'm pretty sure Hobby Lobby sells them as well. But most of these I got from Walmart, the like basic metal ones. And the next ones, these all have like plastic or a silicone grip on them, and these are the ones I prefer. I like having that silicone, the grip. I feel like the grip on them is better with that than, say, the basic metal needles. So these are my preferred needles. This one exactly, or my preferred hooks. This one is a 8mm. This 5.5 hook, this specific one right here, is the one that I use on almost all of my projects. And then we've got both of these needles are actually 8mm hooks that I'm showing you now. So this one and this one are both 8mm hooks. And you can see they're a little different. Size-wise, they're the same in the hook, but the grip on them is different. One is a wider, bigger grip than the other one, so it just depends on your preference, on what you like, what feels good in your hands. For me, it's these. These are my preferred style. I like the way they feel. And then this one is my biggest hook that I have. As you can see, it's a big boy. It is a size Q or a 15mm hook. So this one I use for my real chunky yarn, which I don't use often, but I do use it on occasion. So that's why I have this hook. This is my biggest boy. And you can see the difference in size. This is an 8mm hook next to it. So you can see the difference in the sizes of it. But this one, it's hard for me to work with it because of just the bulkiness of it, but it feels better in that style than with the metal ones. So, but that is all the different style of hooks that I have. And of course, you got your different style hooks with your label, so make sure that you can tell the difference. You can read what size you need and then look at your hooks so you can see what size is which. Like the 5mm for the yarn, this yarn in particular says a 5.5mm hook is needed for it, so you just find a 5.5mm hook in the style that you prefer. For me, again, it is the like silicone grip ones, and just my preference. But you find your preference, get a few different styles, and go from there. So when it comes to these, you got a 5.5mm hook. If that's what the yarn says to use, you can go down a size and use a 5 or a 4.5mm hook to make your stitches tighter. So that is something that you can do if you would like tighter stitches. And then on the other scale end of it, let's say your yarn says to use a 3.5mm hook. You can go up one in size, use a 4.25 or 4.5 hook, and this will make your stitches bigger, like a little bit bigger, give them a little bit more space, a little bit more breathing room, and it's easier for a beginner to maybe get into the stitches. So that is something you can also do as well. So I hope this information was helpful. If you liked it, let me know. If you have questions, let me know. This is just to help you read a label and find what hook size and kind style works for you. If you just let me know, and you guys have a good day.